Hello, good day everyone. Welcome to another mathematics tutorial. In this video, I will discuss about the parabola. This lesson is for grade 11 STEM mathematics under Pre-Calculus and Analytic Geometry. So what is the parabola? A parabola is the set of all points whose distance from the focus or fixed point is equal to the distance from a fixed line called the directrix or the fixed line. So here in the diagram, the set of all points, for example, the set P, yung distance ng set P to the focus is equal to the distance of P to this line. Okay. Yung line na green na to, tinatawag ito na directrix. Okay. Same yung distance niya. The point halfway between the focus and the directrix is called the vertex of the parabola. Alright, so this is the focus. Tapos, ito yung line is the directrix. Yung halfway niya, or yung midway, ay tinatawag na vertex. When you're in grade 9, yung vertex is the turning point of the parabola. It can be also a maximum or minimum point. Here, in the parabola, under conic sections, yung parabola natin is midway siya ng focus sa kanyang directrix. The line that passes through the vertex and the focus is called the axis of symmetry. So itong line na to, axis of symmetry, passes through the focus and the vertex. Tinatawag na axis of symmetry because it divides the parabola into two equal parts. So this part na to, tapos ito, ay mirror image siya because of the axis of symmetry. Let's proceed. The line segment through the focus and perpendicular to the axis of symmetry, whose length is 4c, is called the latus rectum. Now, where we can find the latus rectum? So, ang latus rectum, ito ay isang line segment. So, that passes through the focus and perpendicular to the axis of symmetry. So, yung latus rectum is from here. No? Okay, sorry for that line. Dapat straight line yan eh. So, ito, tinatawag to na latus rectum. Ito na line. Alright? Tapos, yung length niya is 4c. So, we're going to discuss that later. Okay, let's proceed. Graphs of the parabola. Here are the graphs of the parabola. There are 4 cases or types sa graph ng parabola. So, here, makikita nyo, no? So, pag ang parabola, yung vertex niya or turning point niya is at the origin, okay, meaning to say 0, 0 yung vertex. So, nakita nyo? Yung vertex niya, makikita natin lahat sa origin. Okay, so sa first graph, let's analyze. Yung graph is opens upward. Okay, so yung standard form nito, okay, is given by x squared is equal to 4cy. As we discussed earlier, yung 4c is the length of the latus rectum. Now, in this graph, makikita natin yung parabola. Yung vertex niya is at 0, 0. Okay? Tapos, opens downward siya. So, yung standard form niya will be x squared equals negative 4cy. So, naging negative lang yung sign ng 4cy. Now, in this conic section, may nadagdag tayo na kaalaman because when we are in grade 9 or when you are in grade 9, dalawang types lang na parabola, opens upward at downward. So pag yung parabola opens to the right, yung standard form naman niya will be y squared equals 4cx. Okay? So, nakita nyo ba ang pinagkaiba? So, pag opens upward and downward, yung may degree of 2 is yung x. Pag opens naman to the right, yung may degree niya of 2 is yung y. So, here, same happens here that yung standard form niya will be y squared equals, yes, maniging negative 4cx na siya. How about pag yung vertex is not at the origin or any of the point in the Cartesian plane? So, it will be given as yung vertex niya, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, yung vertex niya is at HK. Okay, yun yung magiging case pag yung vertex niya is not at the origin. So, HK yung gagamitin natin. So, what if yung parabola opens upward? Okay, what is the standard form? So, yung standard form niya magiging x minus h squared equals 4c times y minus k. Okay, so this is the standard form niya. So pag opens downward naman, magiging negative lang yung left side or yun yung 4c. So, magiging x minus h squared equals negative 4c times y minus k. So, yun yung pag opens downward. Now, pag opens to the right, okay, same what happens here, no? Yung may degree of 2 is yung y. So, this become y minus, I'm sorry. Okay, y minus, oh, what happened? So y minus k squared equals 4c times x minus h. Okay? Tapos dito, magiging y minus k squared equals negative 4c times x minus h. Okay, because it opens to the left. Okay, that's all about the standard form of the parabola. So, sa first pa lang, very confusing na, no? Kasi maraming mga standard form niya. Actually, there are 4 types ng graph ng parabola. Hindi pareha sa circle na isa lang. Okay? So, let's proceed. Okay, for this time, we're going to solve na. Okay, number 1, convert from general form to standard form of a parabola. So, we're able to discuss about the standard form of a parabola. By the way, pag general form naman, okay, madali lang yung general form. Pag in-expand natin yung standard form given, magiging general form na siya. So, there are 2 cases sa general form. Pag yung parabola niya, yung vertex niya is at HK, okay? Tapos, opens upward and downward. Yung general form niya is given by ax squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. Okay. Pag yung parabola naman opens to the left and opens to the right. So, yung degree of 2 is yung y. Okay? So magiging cy squared plus dx plus dy plus f equals 0. Okay. So yun yung general form. Okay, let's have this problem. So 4x squared minus 24x minus 40y minus 4 equals 0. So, meaning to say dito siya na-fall, no? Okay. So, ang gagawin natin dito, para para maging standard form siya. Okay, let's have two groups yung mga terms na may same variable. So, first, i-grupo natin yung 4x squared minus 24x. Tapos, yung y naman, yung negative minus 40y, i-move natin dito sa right side. We can subtract both sides by negative 40y minus 4. So, shortcut lang nito. Shortcut lang, gagawin natin. So, i-move lang natin diretso. So, magiging 40y plus 4. Since yung signs nila is negative or minus. So, pag move natin sa right, maging positive na. So, next naman, gagawin natin. Since makikita natin yung x squared, mayroong coefficient or numerical coefficient na po 4. Factor out natin to. So, magiging, ay lalabas natin yung 4. So, magiging x squared minus 6x. Because 24 divided 4 is 6 equals 40y plus 4. Tapos, gagamitin natin yung completing the square para makabuo tayo ng perfect square trinomial here. So, gagawin lang natin yung i-add natin na number, no? So, yung 6, i-divide natin ng 2, tapos squared. So, 6 divided 2 is 3, 3 squared is 9. So, yung 9 will be added para magiging perfect square trinomial. So, x squared minus 6x plus 9. So, sana yung 4. So, here, pagkatapos natin makuha yung perfect square trinomial, i-divide natin yung whole equation by 4. So, divide natin ng 4. Ito, divide natin ng 4. Ito, divide natin ng 4. So, that is why nawala na yung 4 dito. Okay? Equals 40 divided by 4 is 10y. Plus 4 divided 4 is 1. Since nag-add tayo ng 9, nag-add rin tayo ng 9 dito. Okay? So, let me erase this one. Now, we have a perfect square trinomial. So, ang gagawin natin, let's factor this out into a square binomial. So, magiging x minus 3 squared equals 10y plus 1. Bakit naging 10y plus 1 to? Okay, so, dito kasi, magiging 10y plus 10 ito. Okay? Since common nila yung 10, factor out natin 10. So, magiging 10 times y plus 1. So, that is why your final answer natin is x minus 3 squared equals 10 times y plus 1. Okay, let me erase this one. So, as we look at the final answer, yung standard form, makikita natin, no? Yung equation nito is opens upward. Since positive naman yung latus rectum or length ng latus rectum, which is 10. Okay, meaning it opens upward. Okay, let's have another problem. Okay, convert natin from general form to standard form of a parabola. Okay, let's have 2y squared minus x minus 12y plus 18 equals 0. So, first natin gagawin, i-group natin yung 2y squared tsaka yung 12y. Tapos yung minus x naman tsaka yung positive 18, i-move natin to the right side. So, magiging 2y squared minus 12y equals x minus 18. Okay? Tapos, since yung common na 2 here, factor out natin. So, 2 times quantity y squared minus 6y equals x minus 18. Using the completing the square, So mag-add tayo ng 9. So 2 times quantity y squared minus 6y plus 9 equals x minus 18 plus 18. Why 18 here? Okay, since nag-add tayo ng 9, tapos may factor out na 2 dito, multiply lang natin. Okay, so 2 times 9, so that's why 18 siya. Okay, I hope alam nyo na yan. So, magiging 2 times quantity y squared minus 6y plus 9 equals x minus 18 plus 18. Magiging y minus 3 squared equals x over 2. Okay, bakit naging ganito na to? Okay, so yung ginawa ko pala dito, okay, so magiging 2 times y minus 3 squared siya, right? Tapos, since ito, ma-cancel out na, okay, I'm sorry, ma-cancel out na since negative 18 plus 18 is 0, so magiging x. Okay, so i-divide natin yung both equation by 2, so ma-cancel out na, so that's why we have a final answer. Y minus 3 squared equals x over 2. Okay, let me erase this one para makita nyo yung solution nito. Okay, so next, convert from standard form to general form of a parabola. So, galing naman standard form, gagawin natin into general form. So, medyo madali lang to kasi we're just going to expand the equation. So, for example, quantity y plus 1 squared equals negative 2 times quantity x plus 2. So, ito, square binomial to. So, magiging perfect square trinomial na. So, magiging y squared plus 2y plus 1 equals, distribute lang natin, negative 2x minus 4. So, i-move natin yung ito. I-move lang natin to the left side. So, magiging y squared plus 2x plus 2y plus 1. Since minus to, pag transfer natin to the right, to the left, sorry, magiging plus 4 equals 0. Okay? So, our final answer will be y squared plus 2x plus 2y plus 5 equals 0. So, this is the correct answer. Okay, another one. Y minus 3 squared equals negative 3 times quantity x minus 3 over 2. Okay, so, solution. So, what we're going to do here, kasi yung nasa right side is a fraction. So, gagawin lang natin, gagamit tayo ng cross multiplication process. Okay, so, I know, alam niyo na to, cross multiplication. So, gagawin nyo lang, since yung y minus 3 squared, meron siyang denominator na 1 here, right? So, multiply natin to, yung y minus 3 squared ng 2, tapos ito, 1. Okay? So, magiging 2 times y minus 3 squared equals negative 3x minus 3. Hindi na siya nagalaw kasi 1 lang yung minamultiply natin. So, let me list this one. List muna natin. Okay? So, cross multiplication yung ginamit natin. So, pagkatapos, yung minus 3 squared, gagawin natin into perfect square trinomial. So, magiging 2 times y squared minus 6y plus 9. Actually, wala na itong squared. Sorry. Okay. So, equals negative 3x plus 9. Okay. Since we remove the parentheses tapos negative yung sign. So, mag-iiba na yung sign ng 3x saka yung minus magiging plus na. Okay? So, 2 times y squared minus 6y plus 9 equals negative 3x plus 9. Okay? So, multiply lang natin to. So, magiging to each of the terms. So, 2y squared minus 12y plus 18 equals negative 3x plus 9. So, move natin to the left side. So, magiging 2y squared, since negative 2, magiging plus 3x minus 12y. Okay, here, why 9? Because pag move natin yung 9 dito, so magiging minus 9 na siya, right? So 18 minus 9, I'm sorry. So 18 minus 9 will give us positive 9. So that's why our final answer is 2y squared plus 3x minus 12y plus 9 equals 0. Okay, so this is correct. Okay, let's have another problem. In this one, we're going to determine the vertex, focus, directrix, and axis of symmetry of the parabola. And we're going to sketch the parabola. So in the previous discussion natin, so na-discuss na natin yung vertex, tapos yung focus. Actually, yung focus yung point. Tapos yung directrix naman, ito yung line. And axis of symmetry, ito yung line na divide ang parabola into two equal parts. Tapos sketch natin yung parabola. So let's have example. 3x squared equals negative 12y. So gagawin natin dito first, we're going to make this into standard form. Okay, by doing this, solution natin, so ginawa natin is, divide lang natin yung equation by 3. Para yung left side, x squared na lang yun. X squared na lang. So magiging x squared equals negative 4y. Okay, what are the vertex here? So, it's very understood, no? Yung vertex natin is at 0, 0. Now, looking at the right side, negative naman yung sign here. Meaning to say that yung parabola opens downward. Okay. Now, solve for the distance focus from the vertex. Okay. So, how to solve for the distance of the focus from the vertex? Okay. So, since C natin, okay, yung 4C natin, sorry, yung 4C natin is equal to 4. Okay? Ito yung 4C natin, right? That is the 4C. Ito yung length ng latus rectum. Para makuha natin yung C naman, ito yung length ng from focus, okay, sorry, from focus to the vertex. Okay, so kailangan natin makuha yung C. So that's why, so C is equal to 4 divided by 4. 4 kasi ito. Okay, 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. So 1 unit lang. From the vertex to the focus, yung distance niya is 1 unit lang. Okay? And so what I've said kanina, graph is opening downward. Okay. So let us graph na. Okay, as what I've said earlier, ito yung given equation, di ba? X squared equals negative 4y. Tapos, yung vertex niya at 0, 0. So, ito yung vertex. Okay, kita nyo. Tapos, yung focus naman is at 0, negative 1. So, yung nasolve natin kanina, 1 unit lang from the vertex. So, opens downward naman. So, galing dito sa vertex, 1 unit here. So, meaning to say, yung focus natin is nandito. Okay? Ito. So, this focus natin is at 0, negative 1. Okay. Tapos, yung directrix naman, so galing ng vertex, ang vertex is the midway between the focus and directrix. So, nasa taas yung directrix. So, from the vertex, let's count 1 up. So, meaning to say, this is the directrix. Yung line na to. So, yung line na yan. Okay? So, yung line na yan is the directrix. That is y is equal to 1. Tapos, yung axis of symmetry naman ito. Since nasa origin siya. So, yung vertex natin is at x equals 0. Okay? So, this is the vertex, this is the focus, the axis of symmetry, and the directrix. Okay, let's continue. Determine the vertex, focus, directrix, and axis symmetry of the parabolas. And again, sketch the parabola. So let's have 3y squared plus 8x plus 24y plus 40. So gagawin natin dito class. Okay. Let's transform it into standard form. So this is the process. So groups lang natin yung y. So 3y squared plus 24y tapos yung 8x tapos yung 40 move natin to the right side. So 3y squared plus 24y equals negative 8x minus 40. So since common naman yung 3, factor out natin. Y squared plus 8y equals negative 8x minus 40. Let's make it a perfect square trinomial. 3 times quantity y squared plus 8y plus 16 equals negative 8x minus 40 plus 48. Why? Because yung 3, multiply natin by 16. Okay, so that's why it gives us 48. Okay, let me erase this one. Okay, so tapos, factor out natin to. So magiging 3 times y plus 4 squared equals negative 8x, negative 40 plus 48, so that's why 8 to. Okay, tapos magiging 3 times quantity y plus 4, factor out natin yung negative 8. So it becomes negative 8 times quantity x minus 1. Bakit minus na to? Kasi pag finactor out natin yung negative 8, negative 8 na yung monomial. Since positive 2 o plus, now, pag factor out natin yung negative, magiging minus siya. Okay, if we are going to check negative 8 negative 8 times x and negative 8x, negative 8 times negative 1, that is positive 8. Okay, so correct yung factor nito. So let's proceed. So magiging y plus 4 squared equals negative 8 over 3 times x minus 1. So divide lang natin yung 3 both side. Okay, divide natin yung 3 both sides. So that's why cancel out na to. So ito na yung result. Okay, let's find the vertex. So since yung standard form is y plus 4 squared equals negative 8 over 3 times x minus 1, mean to say opens to the left siya. Okay, since negative rin naman yung right side. Tapos yung vertex naman here, ito yung h. Okay, ito naman yung k. So that 1, negative 4. Tapos solve for the distance focus from the vertex. So let's solve. So c is equal to, ito yung itong negative 8, ito yung length ng latus rectum. This is 4c, di ba? So pag kukunin natin yung c, divide lang natin by 4. So that's why c equals 8 over 3 over 4 equals 8 over 12 equals 2/3. 2/3 yung length ng focus from the vertex. Okay, let's graph the whole equation. So y plus 4 squared equals negative 8 over 3 times quantity x minus 1. So yung vertex natin is, okay, as we show earlier, is 1, negative 4. Okay? Change muna natin. Tapos yung focus naman, okay. So here, ito yung vertex 1, negative 4. Okay. Yung nasolve natin yung length ng focus. Okay, ang length ng focus is, okay, let's balik natin, is 2/3. Okay, 2/3. So, galing ng vertex, 2/3 from the focus to the left. Okay? So, pagbilang natin ng 2/3, so, dito siya. Okay? So, meaning to say, yung point na to is at 1/3, tapos here is negative 4. Okay, nakuha nyo? Kasi yung length ng focus from the vertex is 2/3. So, bibilang tayo ng 2/3 dito. So, dito yan. Okay, yung difference ng 1 tsaka 2/3 naman is 1/3. So, that's why 1/3 negative 4. Okay. Next naman yung directrix. Okay. Yung directrix naman, bibilang rin tayo ng 2/3. So, from here, so magiging dito na yan. Okay. Okay. So, gagawa lang kayo ng straight line. Straight line. Sorry, I'm sorry. Dapat straight line to eh. Wala akong roller. So, dapat straight line yan. Okay. So, dito yan ang part, straight line. So, dito na point. So, since 1 and 2/3 yan. Okay, 1 and 2/3. So, pag i-compute natin yung 1 and 2/3 into mixed fraction, magiging 5/3 yan. Okay? So, meaning to say that yung directrix niya is x is equal to 5/3. Okay, that is correct. Tapos, yung axis of symmetry naman niya, so yung axis of symmetry is a line that passes through the vertex and the focus point. So, since opening to the left siya, so yung axis of symmetry niya is horizontal line. So dito yan. Okay? Meaning to say that axis of symmetry is y equals negative 4. Okay? So let's continue. Find the equation of the parabola with vertex at the origin whose properties are. Okay, merong 4 na properties. So, isolve na natin yung equation of the parabola. Okay, let's have letter A. Length of latus rectum is 10 and the parabola opens downward. So, solution. Since yung latus rectum is given by the formula 4c, no? So, ibig sabihin, 4c is equal to 10. So, since the parabola opens downward, so x squared is equal to negative 4cy. So, meaning this is the standard form pag opens downward siya. Tapos, yung vertex naman niya is at 0, 0. Yung na-discuss natin yung kanina. So, magiging x squared equals negative 10y. So, this is the equation of the parabola. Okay, let's have another one. Equation of the directrix is y equals 8. So, solution. So, since yung directrix niya is y equals 8, okay, meaning to say, yung c niya is 8. Ibig sabihin, galing ng vertex to the focus, yung length niya is 8. Okay? Tapos, since the parabola opens downward, okay, okay. So, dito, let's take a look. Alam natin yung origin. Okay, yan yung origin. Tapos, yung directrix naman niya is y equals 8. Meaning to say, yung directrix niya, okay, nasa taas. Okay, I'm sorry. Nasa taas yung directrix niya. Okay. So, nasa taas. Okay. For example, ito yung directrix niya, y equals 8. So, ibig sabihin, yung parabola natin, opens siya downward. Okay. Opens downward yung parabola natin. So, from the vertex, 8 yung length from the vertex to the directrix. Meaning to say, from the vertex then to the focus, 8 din yung length niya. So, gagamit tayo ng standard form, x squared equals negative 4cy. So, gagawin lang natin, multiply lang natin yung 8 tsaka yung 4 since c is equal to 8. So that's why our final answer is x squared equals negative 32y. Okay, let's have another. Find the equation of the parabola with vertex at the origin whose properties are focus at 0, 4. So meaning to say, here is the vertex, tapos yung focus naman niya is at 0, 4. So 0, tapos 4. So ibig sabihin, pag ito yung focus, pag ito yung vertex niya, yung graph natin is opens, okay, ganda, opens upward, right? Okay, so it is not the graph, just representation lang. So just analyze lang natin yung problem. So solution, yung parabola natin opens upward, okay, correct. Tapos yung length ng latus rectum naman niya, para makuha natin, since yung focus from the vertex is 4, so magiging 4 times 4 equals 16. Tapos yung standard form naman, pag upward, is x squared equals 4cy. And we're going to substitute, so magiging x squared equals 16y. Okay, next. Find the equation of the parabola with vertex at the origin whose properties are directrix is 7. Okay, again, this is the vertex niya at the origin. Tapos naman, yung directrix is x equals 7. So, meaning to say, pag x equals 7 siya, yung directrix is a vertical line. So, dito na part. Tama lang kasi 5 to eh. So, dito na part. Okay, for example. So, meaning to say, from the vertex, so opens to the left siya. Okay? I'm sorry. Okay, opens to the left. Okay, so I said representation lang. Yung hindi talaga to yung graph, ha? Okay. So, magiging parabola niya opens to the left. Okay, correct. Tapos 4c is equal to, since 7 yung directrix, x equals 7, mean to say from the vertex to the directrix, yung length niya is 7. Ganon din sa focus. So, multiply lang natin yung 4 times 7 equals 28. Tapos, gagamit tayo ng standard form. Ito, y squared equals negative 4cx. So, substitute lang natin. So, your final answer is y squared equals negative 28x. Okay? This is the final answer. Next naman, determine standard equation of the parabola in the figure only its focus and vertex. Determine its directrix and axis of symmetry. Okay. So, yung given natin, focus lang saka yung vertex. Okay. So, hanapin natin yung directrix tapos yung axis of symmetry. Okay, let's have the solution. So, alam natin yung vertex. Okay, dito. Okay, pag makikita nyo to, meaning to say, nasa 1 and 1/2 siya. Okay, negative 1 and 1/2, tapos dito is 4. So, yan yung vertex. Tapos yung focus naman is negative 4, 4. So, malalaman natin yung length ng vertex saka focus kasi given na. So, yung length ng focus will be 2.5. Okay? So, meaning 5 over 2. So, ito yung length ng, I'm sorry, gamit tayo ng yellow. Siguro. Okay, mean to say, yung 5 over 2, this is the length ng focus to vertex. Okay? So, substitute lang natin sa 4c. So, magiging 4 times 5 over 2 equals 10. Why 10? Because 4 times 5 is 20 divided by 2 is 10. Okay? So, tapos, ito yung magiging standard form niya. Y minus 4 squared equals negative 10 times quantity x plus 3 over 2. Tapos, saan yung directrix niya? Since yung length from focus to vertex is 5 over 2, so galing dito, 2.5 lang. Okay? So, 1, 2. Ibig sabihin, nandito yan. Directrix niya is dito na line. I'm sorry. Let's use blue. The blue one. So, 2.5 niya is dito. Okay? So, draw ka lang ng line. So, this line is the x equals 1. Tapos, yung axis of symmetry niya, so, napaka-easy, no? Ng axis symmetry. It will pass through the focus point and the vertex point dito. So, pag horizontal naman yan, that is y is equal to positive 4. Okay, so that's how we're going to determine the directrix and axis of symmetry. All right, next. Find the equation of the parabola with vertex at negative 1, 4, and y equals 5 as the line of the directrix. Drew the general appearance of this graph. Okay, yung equation ng parabola, meron siyang vertex na negative 1, 4. So, hanapin natin. So, negative 1, tapos 4. So, dito. Tapos naman, okay, ito yung vertex, ha? Ito yung vertex niya. Tapos, yung y equals 5 yung line of directrix. So, meaning to say, horizontal line yan eh. So, dito. Okay? So, ibig sabihin pala, yung parabola natin, so, opens downward siya. As well as said, representation lang yan siya. Analyze lang natin. Okay? So, tapos, yun na. We're going to find the equation muna. Okay, solution. So, since from the vertex to the focus, so, what is the length of that? So, napakadali lang. 1. Okay? So, that's why this is C. Tapos, multiply natin ng 4. 4 times 1 is 4. So, this is now the 4C or the latus rectum. Now, the parabola opens downward. Okay, we're correct. Downward siya. Tapos, x minus h squared equals negative 4C times quantity. Sorry. May mali ako. Sorry. So, this will become ito. That dapat yan is dapat yan is y. Okay? So, x minus h squared equals negative 4C times quantity y minus k. Alright. So, substitute natin yung hk. So, ito pala. So, yung vertex natin is at negative 1, 4. So, hk ito. Substitute natin. So, magiging x plus 1 squared equals negative 4 times quantity y minus 4. Okay? Tapos, okay, ito na formula. I-erase muna natin to class. Sana yung eraser natin. Okay, erase natin to. Erase. Okay, let's have now the graph. Since nakuha na natin yung ito. Ito yung equation of the parabola. Okay? Since nakuha na natin yan, let's have the equation. Okay, ito na yung maging equation niya. Okay, the graph. So here is the vertex. Tapos, I forget to do the directrix, i-doon nyo na lang. So dito yung directrix niya. Ha? Okay, make it a straight line. So ang directrix niya is y is equal to 5. Tapos naman, yung axis of symmetry niya, yan, make it straight again. I'm sorry for this one. So, axis of symmetry niya is at x is equal to negative 1. Alright? So, again, this is the equation and this is the graph. And also the focus here, don't forget, dito yung focus. Okay. Ito na point. Okay, students, grade 11 STEM students, thank you for listening. And I hope that you will subscribe for more additional tutorial. So thank you for listening and have a good day.